Homelessness is a national challenge, but for the D.C. region, which includes Maryland and Northern Virginia, the number of homeless people has dropped by 6% this year. For World Homeless Day, LaSharon Howell is here to tell us and to discuss about a local organization that helped change her life. So welcome, LaSharon.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah, we are happy that you're here today. So tell us a little bit, let's get a little bit of background on your story.
Okay. So my story, I was fleeing domestic violence, and I was at a shelter here for women.
Okay.
And then they introduced me to the home stretch, and I applied, and it was like applying for college.
Okay,
I was so
wow.
excited. It's rigorous, and once I got accepted into the program, my kids and I were moved into a transitional home.
Okay.
It's a 2-year program, so we were given like financial education, assistance with all kinds of things that the kids would need for school, Christmas adoptions, things like that.
Wow. Tell me a little bit about what it was like being in home stretch and the fact that you had just got out of an abusive relationship, taking care of 2 little ones at the time, and trying to, get things back to a normal for you and your children.
It was surreal, actually. I think until I was in home stretch, I was just on automated survival mode.
Right.
And once I got there, I was just kind of like, oh, I don't have to think about those things because home stretch is going to help me do these. But then they also were there for a firm support to like help me keep my budget on track, make sure that I was achieving goals to kind of up my income, increase my education, different things like that. So I was accountable, but I was also supported and cradled and loved.
Right, which is what you needed at that time.
Definitely.
Okay, so now you are the administrator, is that correct, for home stretch?
I'm actually a board of director.
Board of directors, okay,
Yeah,
on the board.
I'm so excited.
Okay, and so now what does that mean for you? What do you have to do? What are some of your duties?
Well, I provide a pretty good perspective. As being a former client, they like to have former clients on board.
Absolutely.
I like to say I add a little humor. You know, board of directors sometimes can be not as fun, but I really like it. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it so much. The people on the board are so fun, and they're so kind, and they explain things to me, like the spreadsheets of the budget, which I'm like, I don't know. So it's been really great. I love it.
So now the transition from when you were a client, as you said, at home stretch, to becoming a member of the board, how did that process take place?
It's still a work in progress.
Okay. Did they just ask you, like, hey, LaSharon, do you want to come and be part of the board?
Yeah, they asked if they could, put me in contention. I guess they have to vote for it.
Okay.
And they hire new people as they need to, and so that's what it was.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Now, D.C. is among the top 5 or 6 when it comes to homelessness.
Yes.
And that's something that we want to change those numbers for sure.
Definitely.
Now, for home stretch, is this for anybody, men, women, or just women?
Mostly it's to people with homeless families.
Okay.
So we have like homeless veterans, people who are fleeing sex trafficking, homeless just because of whatever your circumstance is. But mostly we focus on those with children.
Okay. Now, if somebody's watching right now or knows of somebody that can use some assistance, how do they apply? Because you said earlier it's like an application for college.
It is. Well, you can go to homestretchva.org.
Okay.
Or you can call. I'm sure you could Google Homestretch Virginia.
Okay.
And all the information is on the website, and you can pretty much just follow along and find out what you need from there.
Now, what about people that are a little apprehensive? Were you a little nervous at first trying to apply? Are they going to ask me a lot of questions? Is there a lot of, you're very vulnerable at that point in your life, I would suspect.
I think at the time, I was just excited to even be considered to be an applicant, because you only have 3 months in the women's shelter.
Okay.
So you're just kind of like trying to do whatever you need to do to make sure that you're not back to being on the street.
Right.
So I was open to whatever they wanted to know. They could have DNA sample. They could know anything they needed to know if that would make me eligible for the program. So I was fine with that.
Okay.
But I think if you do struggle with that, homelessness will humble you and show you how to just reach out and ask for help.
Okay, don't be afraid to do that. Tell us a little bit about the event that's happening this weekend.
Oh, we're having a fundraiser called Celebrate Homestretch on November 15th. It's at the State Theater, and it's going to be fun. We're going to have wine and desserts and a band and a silent and live auction.
That's pretty cool.
So it's going to be really great. We're going to have some good items on the ticket so you can come and bid and just have a good time. Get your boogie on, have a brownie or two, and it'll be great.
Now, do you need tickets for for this?
You do need tickets. They're $50.
Okay.
We do have a site on 501 auctions.
Okay.
But it's also listed on our website at homestretchva.org.
Oh my gosh. Okay, will we see you there?
Oh, definitely. I'll be in there.
Okay.
All right.
Getting your boogie on.
All the time.
While eating a brownie.
Yes, ma'am.
I love that. Well, Sharon, thank you so much for coming in, and
Thank you so
congratulations.
much.
I'm glad to hear. I was reading up, children are doing fine.
Yes.
Your son in college, graduated college?
He's training to go into the Coast Guard.
Wow.
Yeah, he
that
wants
is
to be a chef.
incredible. Good for him.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much.